So here I am in my studio, my back studio, and this right here is one of my dragons. This is one of the ones I started off with 2 years ago. Most of my big stuff was made back here. In the room over there, I make all my small stuff, which I'm currently working on right now. I kind of want to know about you because for the last 2 years, I've been talking about myself, and I really don't know my audience at all. I don't know where you're from, what you like, if I'm making the kind of stuff you enjoy. I've been told I should just do what I want to do, and my audience will come. I do believe that's true to a certain extent, but I don't want to alienate anybody because I do think I have some skill. I'm not trying to brag, that and some people could learn from. That's my testimony right there. I am a gallery associate in Lincoln, Nebraska. I have some paintings hanging there. I'm not bragging there either because it cost me $300 to get that wall space. And my stuff, truthfully, it doesn't really fit in well there. Most of the artwork there is your, how do I say it, traditional type of stuff. And in my one small section, I got my little monsters, and I don't know if people like it or not. This is a true story. I got an email or a text 2 weeks ago from the lady who runs the gallery, and she asked me why I wasn't participating as much as I should. And realistically, it's an hour drive, and how do I put this? I like to stay in my own little world, and I don't know if hanging around other artists is what I want to do. And this is kind of a true story here. I'm a musician as well, and I used to be on this musician website, and everybody who's on the site was also musicians. And so if I'd upload a song, I'd get comments from other guitar players and whatnot, and songwriters, but that wasn't really my crowd I was going for. It'd be like if Metallica did a concert and the only people who showed up were other bands. I'm looking for a more diverse audience. It's the same way with the gallery. I mean, I can go up there and I can hang out, but most of the people who are there are also gallery members. And after a while, it gets a little, I hate to say this, a little tedious talking to other artists. It really kind of does. I want my audience to be more diverse, more general. I don't mind artists. I mean, I would love it if people would ask me questions on how I do this and do that and do this, my ink washes and how I do my watercolors and whatnot. It'd be awesome. I would be more than willing to help. I mean, I did go to university, if you watch my page, you know that, to be an art teacher. And that didn't happen. You can see I'm a nurse because nursing pays my bills. But this is my hobby. This is what I do for fun. I have a bunch of these paintings in the other room against the wall. I gave a bunch of them away. It's really hard to sell this stuff. It really is, because most grandmas don't want to hang this stuff in their kitchen, I would. Actually, I have a lot of my paintings in the house. But this is more for a younger crowd. That's cool. In my brain, I'm 13 years old, like I was back in 1978. That's how old I am. But this is what I do. This is me. And my current work is too. And sometimes I catch myself doing work that I normally would not do to kind of attract a wider audience. And sometimes I think I'm selling out, and I probably am. But I don't know. I enjoy what I do. My page has been up for about 2 years. I'm finally gaining some followers. I'm getting some headroom going here, and I want to keep going. YouTube is hard. It's very hard. I just read there's 3 million videos uploaded a day. So I'm a very small fish in a very large pond. But I'm going to keep plugging away. What else am I going to do? I hate to just let this go. The last time this is a funny story. I just started this 2 years ago, but my art career started back in high school, Then I would quit for the longest time. Then I would start it up again for a year. Then I'd quit. So about 20 years ago, I was on an art binge. I was working overnight shift. On my nights off, I would paint. That lasted for about 2 years, and I had a whole bunch of paintings. Then I quit. And 10 years later, I started again. So I don't do this consistently because there's not a real outlet for it. So I figured YouTube would be my outlet for my art. This is interesting. I went to the art store. I bought myself some paper, like 30 sheets for like $30. I went through the whole thing, and I'm just about ready to fill up an entire book. My wife went to the store and bought me another one, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to fill that book up. That way I can store it easily, because these are hard to store. You know, I went to the Goodwill and I bought that canvas. And if you watch some of my videos, I sand them off, I gesso them up, and I make these big paintings here. But currently I'm working on paper because it's just cheaper. It's easier to store, and the ink wash looks really good on paper. So I want to interact with you guys, so I need you guys to tell me where you're from, what you're doing, what you want to see. Tell me all kinds of stuff, because it's really lonely in my little studio here, where I'm just making these little videos on my camera and hoping you guys are watching them. I get an occasional comment here and there, and that's awesome. Comments are great. The thumbs up's great. The subscribers, you wouldn't believe this. I'll be doing this and doing this and doing this, and I get to the point where it's like, you know, I'm just going to quit again. I'm just going to quit. I'm not getting anywhere with this. Then I'll get a subscriber, and boom, I'm ready to go again. You know, I'm looking at pictures to shoot, print, and make art of. But if you're an artist, you probably know the same thing. I mean, what do you do when you have 500 pictures and you have to give them away to your mom and your dad and your grandma and your nieces and nephews? It's very unsatisfying. So YouTube is my outlet. And so if you guys can interact with me, it'll make me feel really good about myself and keep my self-esteem where it belongs. If you like this kind of stuff, this is the page to be on. There's lots of pages where they do flowers and sunsets and whatnot. And I've done a couple of those, but this is where I live. So thank you for being here, and like and subscribe, and let me know about you.